welcome to Driven Mad.
Hello, I'm going to be interviewed.
Yes, so in today's video we're going to discuss just some things that we've had commented and things we see online as well.
About electric cars.
So we'll kick it off as to, why did you buy an electric car?
I bought an electric car because I was interested, and at the time my car had blown up, so I needed something quickly. We went out and looked. I'd always wanted an electric car. I've driven electric cars and really liked them. And where we live, we come out the bottom of our road and it's straight up a mountain is a bit of an exaggeration, but it's an extremely steep, long hill. And we both get paranoid. We drive the long way round to warm our cars up because it's only 1.5 kilometres, if that. The cars don't get warm. And if we just did that every day, particularly in a diesel, I think they would get knackered. So an electric seemed to suit me perfectly because of how we've moved our house. We're now very close to the man cave, and an electric just seemed perfect for me.
Yes. Well, next question then would be, what do you like most about your electric car?
There's a couple of things I like. One, I never have to visit a petrol station. So when I bought the Mini, I appreciated that it had a very low range, and I thought I'd have to charge it every night. Well, it was nothing like that at all. If he didn't use it, for my lifestyle, potentially, I only go into the main town once a week, if that, which is a sort of round trip of 30 kilometres. I would not need to charge this once a fortnight, if that.
Yeah, very, very true.
And that's a real pleasure. I love the fact that on a 40-degree day living in Portugal, I can, on my phone, make it go cold. Likewise, I really don't like being cold, so today it's cold, so I can preheat it. I think it's just brilliant.
Very convenient.
Convenient. It's just, and it's wickedly good fun to drive.
That was going to be one of my other questions, was do you prefer the electric driving to petrol?
Yes, I do.
In every way?
Yes, in every single way. I don't think there is. I'm going to base all my answers on this particular car. This particular car is probably too sporty for me.
Yep.
But I absolutely have fallen for it. It's incredibly responsive. This one, being 185 horsepower and a little car, is very, very fast. Way faster than I could ever need. It's effortlessly powerful, and it feels, I can't describe how strong it feels. Where you're waiting for the gear change, and I love petrol engines, so it's not like I dislike petrol engines, but it's not quiet.
No.
There is no way that this car is quiet. It's quite vocal. Mainly it's noisy of tyres and air and wind and whatever it may be. It's definitely not a quiet car, but it's just fun.
Yeah. I tend to agree with you on all of those things, but another question we get commented is obviously, the range, this, that and the other, but it depends all on your lifestyle.
Well, who does? I mean, this does between 150 if you thrash it to 200 kilometres, so what's that, 120 miles, 100 to 120 miles. Who does that a day?
Really?
I mean, I used to be a salesman on the road, and my big days would be 300.
Yeah.
I could do it in that, actually, because I always stop for lunch. So, with the sandwich and the motorway services, so while I was eating those, but if I had a Tesla, I could do that and still get home and plug it in. Yeah. And I mean, there was a time when I had a Range Rover. One of my longest days would be going to Wales. Well, when I got there in the Range Rover, I had to fill it up. I couldn't afford to bloody run the thing. No. That's why I got rid of it. And it drank fuel, so I was filling it up. Yes, it's quick, but if I had anything with 250, 300 range at the worst, I'd have to charge it once. And I could charge that while I'm on the Wii.
Yes. Would you buy another electric car?
Would I buy another electric car?
Because people, we did go around the dealers interrupt you now. We did go around the dealers the other day, quite a while ago. But
we're always going to the dealers.
And
it's one
of the salesmen said to us, do you like electric? Have you been in an electric car? And we said, we've got an electric Mini. And we said we'd buy another one. And he was shocked, wasn't he? He couldn't believe it as well. I've never had anyone say they'd buy another electric car. But
he was Volvo, wasn't he?
Yeah, but, you would.
Well, I'm about to. So it would be a struggle for me. I mean, I am lucky I've got a diesel Mitsubishi L200. And my wife's got T-Cross, and you've got an Abarth, blah, blah, blah. So we're spoilt for cars, so if I have to go a long way, which I never do, I don't need range, so it's not a problem. Would I buy another electric car, was the question. I can't imagine I'd buy anything else.
No.
So when my Mitsubishi goes, I probably don't need a pickup. Whether I'll need a second car or not then, because we now live so close. I don't know why I had this. We had it for off-roading, didn't we? We don't really do much of it. But I can't think of a reason to buy a petrol, diesel or gas or hybrid vehicle over electric for my lifestyle.
No.
And maybe that's just me, but I prefer the technology and I prefer how the vehicle drives. And it's not because it's electric, I just prefer how it works.
Yes.
So my answer to that is yes. And I am, as you know.
Yes. One of the questions would be, why are people nervous of buying electric cars used? Is there any sort of,
The other reason for buying that, which it wasn't a reason, but it was very competitive against. So if I bought this against a petrol one here in Portugal, this is cheaper. And this, I could get a newer, lower mileage electric car with the same performance as I could get a petrol or diesel here in Portugal. So therefore it was competitive. Now, it didn't worry me at all. I'm of an age where I've been involved in my working career with people manufacturing motors, batteries, that sort of thing, and I don't have the paranoia. My iPhone's rubbish. I'm home all the time that I've just spent a lot of money on an iPhone and the battery is no good. Being a suspicious sort of bloke, I think that with phones and electronics, people actually degrade the batteries. The manufacturer does to make you buy another one. They update apps so that your phone doesn't work, your battery dries up, blah, blah. This hasn't had any, this is 5 years old nearly, it's got no battery degradation whatsoever.
No.
I had a client back in, well, God knows when, we're talking 10 years ago now, and he got an ancient Prius then, and he had the very first Prius, and his battery had not degraded at all, and he'd done 400,000 miles, English miles in that car, and we've seen Leafs, I've been involved with cars, I didn't own them, but I've been involved with cars and I've seen them with galactic mileage on them and the batteries are still working. It's in a Leaf which is ancient, it didn't have any range to start with and it's still got 50% of its range after 15 or 20 years, whatever it may have been, when they come out. When did we have that low? When did I have that low?
Well, the one we had as a loan was actually a facelift and that was still 2012?
2012, but I can't remember when they came out. But it done galactic mileage, and here they're selling Amperes and things with ludicrous mileage on, and the battery range is still there. So I don't see the batteries. I think it's how you treat them and the type they're manufactured, and I think electronics isn't quite the way they work. But I haven't particularly got a problem. This has still got a warranty on the battery for another 3 years.
Yes, quite a while.
They're renowned to be, looking it up, Minis are renowned to be one of the most reliable vehicles.
The electric one?
All of them. No,
all
really?
of them.
The current ones, but the electric ones particularly, I can't remember, they got 98%.
That's good.
It's amazing how reliable they are. Yeah. And this one has been absolutely bulletproof.
Yes,
there is absolutely, and you thrashed the absolute nuts off it. And it's been impeccable. I think that's cost me in a year and a half, it's cost me €40. It's been into the dealer twice one for a recall, which was they wanted to check the battery terminal and they replaced one small electric cable, did it for nothing. I asked them to do a battery health check because I was interested at the time, they charged me €40 to do it. And then it's been in for a service and they didn't charge me. For whatever reason, I've no idea, they didn't charge me a red cent.
No, it's been really good for that.
I've no idea, I must have got some sort of package, but how you know, I don't really know. But I think it's been absolutely fantastic, and I don't think you need to worry so much. In fact, I think grab yourself a bargain.
And then another question would be as to why since it's been so fantastic, why get rid of it?
It's created its own downfall, the car. I purchased the car because my L200 blew up, and I bought that just for me and you to get here.
Yes.
And that was it. We've got a T-Cross, as I've bored you with before, and we didn't need a long distance, blah, blah, blah car. The car is so good,
yes,
and we like it so much, and it costs nothing to fill up with electricity, just costs nothing, that the car is too good not to use. And the problem with it is it's two-door and the rear seats are useless.
Yeah.
So the range isn't an issue, but we've decided to purchase a vehicle that has added range so you can go to Lisbon, because he has a girlfriend in Lisbon. It's hard to believe he's got a girlfriend, never mind about anything else. But anyway, he has one. Beautiful. God,
thank you, Dad.
Blimey, you know, I can't think of anything that she's not perfect with. It must be her eyesight. Anyway,
thanks. He's a supportive father.
So the theory of another car purchase is, one, it is range, so it's something that we'll get from here to Lisbon, which is 300 kilometres.
Yeah.
It will give us the practicality to use it as a family and the dog.
Yes.
We have a dog.
Yeah, the dog's a big part.
And so therefore when we go out as four and the dog, Xavi,
yeah, we could never bring this.
we can't, and I don't like messing my car up, so therefore having him on the back seat I wasn't keen on it, because, you know...
in the boot it's contained, but once he's on the back seat, that's it.
We're an oddly, most people have struggled to think Mum and I would have a dog because we vacuum a lot.
Yes.
But anyway, that's beside, we don't get into our OCD issues. So the reason that this is going is not because it's in any shape or form am I upset with it. In fact, quite the opposite. It has caused me to get rid of it.
Yes.
And I think even though it's raining today in sunny Portugal, that is going to be one of the very, very few cars, and I've had a lot of cars, I've been very lucky. That's going to be one car I'm very, very sad to see go, because I love it. So
that is surprising. Like you said, he's had lots of cars, and you have had a lot of cars.
I have, even in the car club.
And nice ones, yeah. But this is one that he's raved about probably the most.
I think, it surprised me the most, because I've never really liked minis.
No, that's also true, and it didn't really fit our lifestyle, but it did at the same time.
Yeah,
so
it fitted mine, but it fitted it too well that it actually isn't suitable for what I want to do. Yeah, so we want to use it on a much larger scale, and sometimes we take Mum's T-Cross when I would rather, because I'd rather much rather drive it. The other thing, I forgot, very important, one pedal driving. Absolutely.
Oh yes,
love
that's a big
one
feature.
pedal driving.
One pedal driving is class.
One pedal driving is when you've had it. So we've been looking for a new car, and what the new car has to have is it's tarnished in Portugal by the dealer.
Yep.
The dealer is quite important to me because the after-sales service, and it's not much better in the UK than here, and I can only compare it to where I know. I don't want to be in the UK for any
reason at all.
No, I don't even want to go there.
No.
I can't bear the cold and the rain. It's raining today, but it's still not cold, is it?
No.
And the sun's now coming out, so it's not too bad. But I find the after sales being very important, and we've used a few dealers here, and they are atrocious.
Yes.
So therefore,
when we're talking main dealers.
Well, your Bath dealer has been beyond it. The mini dealer's rubbish.
Yeah.
There's a criticism. I mean, I had a BMW as my last car in the UK.
Yes.
I used Chandler's in Worthing. Absolutely fantastic.
Oh, it was lovely.
Really first class dealer. And the mini dealership here is lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
But all you just do is stand and wait, and that's all you do. They don't tell you things. They don't even acknowledge you. No. It's appalling.
It is.
So therefore, I won't be buying another mini.
No, but we're limited to dealerships. But we can't disclose any of what we're choosing or what we want to choose.
No, we're going to do another video of that. But it's got to be four-door,
better range.
It's got to be as classy as that inside, because that's built beautifully.
And preferably as quick.
It's got to be as quick, and it's got to make me feel as give me that fun aspect that
Yes.
this does. So it's not an easy choice for me, and we've been hovering around the dealers. It's been awesome, hasn't it?
Yeah.
In fact, they've been a bit better this time,
Yes.
letting us drive. So to be fair, driving the sales side of the dealers here is pretty good. It's the service side that's woeful.
Yes, it is. It's after you bought the car, then you're stuck.
Well, we did consider a hybrid, didn't we? And it seemed stupid to get a hybrid. Electric is so much, but I was only getting that for your Lisbon trip,
Yes.
really. But we went into Toyota to look at the
BZ4X.
that's the one.
That's a full electric SUV, isn't it?
And then we went into the dealer. And we sat in a just because we were interested in a Corolla or something. And this woman just opens the door and goes, "Don't you start it?" And you go, what? You know.
Yeah, she goes, the keys in it, don't start it.
Don't start it. Do we look that stupid? Well, don't leave the key in it. So
Very
Toyota,
rude.
they were instantly off, and they're the same dealer as the Mini.
That's the Mini, yes, they're next door to each other.
So we quite liked the new Countryman, didn't we?
Yes.
But we've booted it off, and we have decided to buy new. So that is the one thing we've decided to do. We're going to buy a new car, and the reason because if you, again with Portugal, so this is very different. If you look at, let's go back to the Toyota. You go into Toyota or you build it online, and I can buy, it's a lot of money, but I can buy a Toyota brand new, the four-wheel drive one, with all the toys, heated ventilated seats, the lot, 50 grand. Or I can go and buy a used one that's done 5,000, is a year old, and I can pay 55 for it.
Yes, that's just the car world in Portugal.
It's absolutely mental here, isn't it?
It just doesn't. The used car market is almost, you just have to buy new.
But also you can't get your head round it.
No.
So I can go and, we were in that dealer, we were going to stay with Toyota because we're not buying one. We looked at a RAV4 and they had a RAV4, they wanted 49,000 for it. It was 2 years old. You go on the website and they're 50,000 new.
It doesn't make sense.
People think we talk rubbish,
yes,
but
no,
it's
they do.
absolutely insane.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how old you go. I mean, they just don't seem to get cheaper, do they?
No, you can look at anything. Most things used sell forever.
Yes.
Unless you give them away. And when you look at something like Range Rover.
Yes.
So a Range Rover Sport, you can buy, and we're going to have to compare UK and here. I had a Range Rover supercharged, 55 plates, or in 2005.
6, yeah.
And you can buy an immaculate one in the UK, 5 grand?
Yeah,
4 grand, 5 grand. That car here, if you could find one, 45, 50?
Yeah. Yeah.
50,000 euros for that used.
Yeah, and we're not talking low mileage, nothing like that. Just,
galactic.
Yeah,
mileage.
they're all done 150, 200,000 kilometres, and they still want 40, 50,000 for them. It's unbelievable.
It is incredible. The prices here for cars are incredible.
So, and the problem is, you spend that's a serious amount of money, and you're getting an old, high mileage car. So you do have to really, in our situation, we've had to go new. We're going to have to.
And it sounds daft going new. We've been investigating finance, we've been investigating. So we've covered everything. So we thought we'd cover that in a different video. Just if you've got any remote interest, one, in what we're going to buy, but two, we'll show you what the configurators are like here, and we'll actually show you some of the frightening prices, and we'll chuck in a couple of used ones that we considered looking at, but that's in a different video.
Yes.
So any questions about the Mini, please put them in the comments, and I'm happy to answer anything that I can think of.
Yeah, so that's about it. I think we've covered everything we want to. You've waffled on nicely. So
I'm good at that.
He's the waffle king. So Mini will be sad to see it go, but I'm more excited because we get a new one. So we love changing cars.
Well, you can't not be excited,
No, you can't.
And fortunately we can, and we're going to enjoy every second of it.
Yeah, so we'll catch you in the next video, and we'll see what we choose.
One day I'll change all of my wicked ways.